So, today I wanted to just talk about some creative and strategic problem solving tips and some insights. So, maybe you can sell your home, or perhaps it's an inherited home. If there's a need for relocation, downsizing, positioning for retirement, lots of things to consider. Let's take a look at a scenario. If you'd love to sell a home, but you don't know where you would go next, of course, that's a very critical first step. You absolutely want to get clear on what that next chapter in your life looks like before you can get there. So start thinking about things like wherever you end up, will you be renting or will you be buying? Will you be moving into something larger than what you have now or moving into something smaller? Will you be taking all of your worldly possessions with you, or are you going to have a big yard sale? Start fresh. Now, if you're also thinking about places that you'd like to settle, but you're not entirely sure, then now it's time to start scheduling those weekend or extended weekend trips to wherever it is you have in mind. And of course, I would be delighted to refer you to a local realtor in whatever town, city, or state you're looking to settle in. I'd like to refer somebody who has a great idea of what the local market is like based on your specific situation. Of course, if the next step is to a 55 plus retirement or perhaps an assisted living community, I am tapped into a national network of local experts that I can refer you to that are experts locally in those types of properties. We also run into cases where the client has inherited a house that has a lot of deferred maintenance. So we're going to look at these situations on a case by case basis to see exactly what it is the family wants. Sometimes a $50,000 to $100,000 renovation can bring an additional $100,000 to $250,000 in sale price. So that's a lot of scratch for the beneficiaries. Now, one of my tricks is that I have a couple of strategic partners that I work with that will come in, they'll fix up the house with no out-of-pocket expense for you whatsoever as my client. All the renovation and staging costs get paid at the close of escrow. So this makes it for a really attractive opportunity for a lot of my clients, especially those who have, perhaps are dealing with deferred maintenance in their own property or have an inherited house. So here's another trick. One of the factors that really hangs up people who want to downsize or relocate is how to go about it with the least amount of stress and hassle. Say you want to move from a single family house where you become an empty nester, the house is just too big or too many rooms, and you've just been having thoughts about buying a cute little condo or a small house in a new neighborhood or even a new state for that matter. But you're in a situation where all the capital you want to use to buy the new house is being held captive in the equity in your current house. So you need to sell in order to tap into that equity. You don't want to have to move twice where you're selling so you get access to the liquidity and then you move someplace short term while you're trying to find the perfect next home, and then you have to move yet again. And even if you do have liquid funds for a new down payment, it's never a really good idea to buy first so you're potentially indefinitely carrying two mortgages. What I can offer my clients is access to an exclusive program where if you qualify, you're going to essentially unlock the equity in your home so you can buy your new home, move into it, and then we sell your current house without you and your family in it, without you having to deal with the hassles of getting it ready for the market and dealing with open houses while you're trying to get it ready, while you're trying to move at the same time. We get you moved out, we come in, we fluff it up, we stage it, we get it sold for the highest net possible in very short order, certainly shorter order than we could if you and your family were still living in it, that's for sure. Now, you may think that you're invincible, nothing's going to happen to you unexpectedly, but if you die and all you have is a will that outlines who gets what, your beneficiaries are going to have to endure a very long and grueling probate process. So don't put them through that. Set up a trust, make sure the house is in the trust. And if you don't have a trust attorney, let me introduce you to someone that you will absolutely love. So that's all I got for you today. If you have any real estate related questions you want to run by me, Consider me your real estate resource and message me anytime.